All right, guys, happy Monday. I can't believe it's August 30th. It is our oldest daughter's birthday today. She's 29. I know. Pete and I babysat their three littles so they could go out for dinner. So here I am. So excited to see your smiling faces, and perhaps we'll have some people join the recording. So our topic tonight is think outside the box. So before we get into the topic, I just want to congratulate you guys all on our team sales. You guys are doing extremely well.
Awesome.
We are up by 30,000. So I thought here, more than 30,000 team sales. And when I say that, I look at last year's August. So when I say our team sales are up, I always look at the previous year. So last August, we were at 130,000. And this August, we're at like 163,000.
Wow.
You guys are doing amazing. And so thank you for that. I want to remind you of our team challenge, Fall in Love with Tastefully Simple, our cooking challenge. It's been very fun to see all the recipes and the things you're making. And there's still plenty of time. It runs till November 6th. And if your name is drawn, you will I will ship you a 10 milk kit of your choice. So don't forget about that. And it's fun to learn from each other. Okay, so let's share two business related victories. Who would like to share? Shout out. Big or small?
I'll tell you guys something.
All right, Desiree, go for it.
Well, I am in that book club. So I started learning about setting up my day differently. And instead of waiting for some big special time when I can like message or call 1 million people at once a month, I started just sending out a couple messages in like a 5-minute time frame multiple times a week. In just this week, I learned that, but I booked 4 parties already doing that.
Woo. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Desiree. That's great. So you're gonna join the book club.
Yes, it's awesome. And I've changed like my personal life goals doing that too. So it's working really well.
That's great. Who's your facilitator? Susie,
Leslie, but then we talked with Susie last week too. So both of them.
Raise your hand if you're in the book club. Anybody else? Alice? Good. All right, that's awesome. It's always fun to take advantage of that. I actually have the book, and I didn't join the book club this time for the first time ever in my career, but I really do. It's the compound effect, isn't it, Desiree and Alice? It's great. It's very good. So, okay, so great. Thank you for sharing, Desiree. We have time for one more business related victory, big or small. All right, I'll share one then. And if you think of one, because mine doesn't ever count. So if someone thinks of one when I'm done here, I sent out a few catalogs. And this was from a past consultant. And she got the catalog and she ordered over $200 in product.
Wow.
How fun is that? So when you're sending out catalogs, and honestly, I might have missed the deadline and I might have actually had to mail it myself. Remember how you know, something, because she had just moved. But what a pleasant surprise. So you still can do it, you know, if you want, but obviously not everybody does that. But anyway, so that's my victory. Anybody else have a victory?
I was just going to ask Sherry how you follow up with them, because I sent out a bunch too, and I'm debating, should I do you just say, do you see anything you liked? Do you, would you like to order? What do you usually do?
It's funny because that's on my list. So I have a folder, it's not in front of me, but I have not this folder, but a folder that has a list of people that I sent to. And I think I hate to say it, just do kind of a mock, you know, copy and paste on Messenger, because these are all people that I'm friends with on Messenger. And I'm like, do I start with, so I'm glad you asked, do I start with, oh my gosh, hope you've received the catalog, wouldn't it be fun to, host an online party? I think I'm gonna go for the online party.
Okay.
And then if not from there, obviously, is there anything you'd like? So I don't know, Angie, what are you thinking? Did you send out some?
Yeah, I was not yet. Yeah, I did. I sent out quite a few. And I had people, I noticed they've joined a party and they had big orders. So that was kind of an advantage. They didn't necessarily order on their own, but then they were invited to a friend's party. And I noticed those people really ordered a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So I
definitely.
need to follow up.
Yeah, for sure. Has anybody else had luck with that? Have you followed up?
There's a way to print off who you mailed them to, I believe also, correct?
Yeah, it's under reports and then under, because I had to find it under
Thanks.
direct listing, direct client listing. But it's under reports.
Okay, under reports
Yeah, I can look it up real quick. I have it open.
and under direct, yeah. Can you share your screen?
Oh yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, let's try that while you're doing that. So how would you guys do it? Wouldn't you want to lead with an online party? Here we go, Ange. Okay, so there's reports.
Let's see. Here it is, right under client care.
Oh,
Oh,
Right
simply
here.
direct mail client listing.
Yeah, and then you click it and it'll show, because I sent some last year too, so there they are.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, and then you can print it. Mm-hmm.
I love it. So that's easy enough. Well, when I come up with my script, I'll definitely share it. And if anybody else comes up with something, let's help each other out. But I don't think I just want to say, hey, hope you're enjoying your catalog. Do you need anything?
Yeah,
I mean, that's okay, but let's go for that online party.
so I was thinking too.
Yeah, because you can always, say, if they say no to an online party, then you can always ask for the order.
Yep. I would, yeah, wouldn't it be fun? If you look at the new catalog, there's so many exciting things. So I will come up with something and share it. And if someone else comes up with it before me, let's share it and we'll tweak it together and we'll book some Facebook parties or online parties or get some orders. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't even follow up, and Twyla, her name is Twyla, ordered over 200. So anyway. Okay, well, anything else you want to share that piqued or tweaked your, oh my gosh, I want to share this.
I had to mail my first in-home tasting package today, and I had taken an extra catalog with me. And so I dropped the package at the post office, and she's like, "Oh, is this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I didn't know there was anybody here. I haven't seen a Tastefully Simple since I moved from Pennsylvania." So hopefully I'll get some orders from her, but I'm not going to hold my breath either.
Oh, so Tamara, where do you live?
I live in Chapman, Nebraska.
Nebraska. Okay. So when you went to the post office, it was the person taking your package?
Yeah.
So may I offer some advice on that?
Huh.
So next time that happens, I know you guys you know what I'm going to say, is get her name and her phone number.
Oh, I know where she is.
Okay.
She's my postmistress. So I see her every time I run to the post office. So
Okay. Well,
I'm friends with her and stuff. So
okay, so you want to get her email so you can add it to your client listing in My HQ, but now you got to just follow up.
right.
I'd ask her to have a
I'd
party.
ask her to have a party.
There you go, Desiree.
What you say? Well, you know what? Let's have a party. Get you and your friends stocked up.
Well, she was so excited. She was showing it to the mail carrier.
Okay,
So-
for a catalog party right then and there.
Yeah.
No, because I wanted my mail to get to me first.
So funny. Well, that's a definite good sign. So you'll have to report back to us on your success with your postmistress.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for sharing that victory. All right. Okay. So we are going to talk about two things tonight. And because of our limited time, it's going to be like a broad stroke. Okay. So thinking outside of the box, I piqued your interest and I wanted to talk about business accounts and fundraising. And when I look back, I probably should have just picked one because it really is going to be a broad stroke, but it really is the same concept with both. So let's start with business accounts. I want you to raise your hand if you've had a business account with Tastefully Simple. You know, Sheila and Twyla and Tamara, Alice. All right, excellent. So there's some people that you can talk to when we're done if you want more info. So in my 23 years of Tastefully Simple, I know 23 years, I'm old. I guess I've never counted my business accounts. It's not a huge part of my business, but it's a really fun extra part of my business. And you want to start thinking about it now, and you want to start setting up appointments in September if you can. Not that I haven't had business accounts in November and December, and I know that some of you here on this call have, but if you can start thinking about it now. I have seen people ask for like a letter to send out to businesses, and I would encourage you not to do that. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of your warm market. Okay, I want you to think about, and that's what I've always started with. Let's see, does my husband or do I get any gifts during the holidays? And if that answer is yes, then those are going to be, that's going to be your number one person you're going to follow up with. My husband is a farmer, and so Mindak, I can say the name, they give a gift to their farmers every winter or every holiday. And they actually have it really smart. They send out a postcard and they make those farmers come in and get it. So guess who I thought was number one on my list? Mindak. And I visited with them in September, and they didn't go with the big kahuna, but they went with the smaller one. I've also had an insurance guy. Now, they don't go with you every year necessarily, but think of your insurance people. He also does the same thing. He sends out a postcard and he has them come into his office. And he did, I think, the cozy comfort or the grilling one. Maybe he did one of each. Now, I was a little, insurance people can only spend so much money. So you're always limited on what I think they can only spend $25 by the federal rule or something. So either you have to work out a deal or you have to be strategic. But I just give you those two examples of those are my warm markets. And even like I live in a small community, but I also have relatives and family and friends all over the place. So think about who, like your brother-in-law or your friend's brother that works at, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Start with your warm market, you guys. It's just like booking parties. Start with people that you know. And from there, you know, you can set up a time to meet with them in person, or you can Zoom with them, or you can talk to them on their phone and find out what their needs are. Any questions on business accounts? I mean, you can kind of see some of, you know, there's, man, this year we've got the seasoning packet, whatever the heck it's called. We've got this, you know, cute little, these open and enjoy. There's the cozy comfort, which, and I think you guys don't know what that is, but that's the meal in a box. You guys know what the meal in a box is? It's the beer bread, the soup, and the Nana's apple cake. Those are awesome gifts. I mean, Barb's not on the call here, but I know she's done some really great fundraisers, and maybe Angie can share a little commercial on that. Angie, do you want to share just quickly what Barb has done?
They did for a fundraiser, they did the beer bread and a seasoning for all the nurses last winter. Yeah, and then I was telling Sherry it actually led into a new fundraiser she's doing now. One of the nurses called and they're doing a big fundraiser for Haiti, and she's going to do a mission there. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that was a fundraiser. I was thinking it was a
Yeah.
business. But the fundraiser, which we're going to talk about in a minute, I'm going to really start with the same thing, your warm market. So Angie, Barbara worked with the hospital in your community. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Was it somebody she knew?
No.
How did she land that fundraiser?
Well, she just started saying, hey, does anybody want to buy care packages for the, it wasn't really it was a fundraiser, but it wasn't. So she had people order a beer bread and a seasoning, and then they made them. Her and Amy Rutland did it. And Amy's husband does work in the ICU there, but they made them. And then I think they had over 100 orders of them. And then they delivered them as kind of care packages for all the nursing staff and everything.
And that was last year when COVID
That was last like fall when it was, and then from there, somebody who had ordered one or received one of those called her and said, hey, would you do a fundraiser for me? I'm headed to Haiti and I want to help buy livestock and all this stuff. So yeah.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. So she left a great impression.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ange, so thanks. Okay, so any questions, or let's think of some business accounts, you guys. Let's just brainstorm for a second. What are some examples of some business accounts that maybe you would, I just shared with you some of the people I've talked to. What do you guys think?
I have a heating and air conditioning business that orders every quarter and sends out to their, whoever puts in a furnace or an air conditioner, so. And I got those through a business networking group.
Oh, Twyla, that's perfect. Thank you. So do you know, does she like give it to them? I'm just wondering logistically, like she places a big order from you and then, do you know how she gets them to the client, Twyla?
She mails them out or they deliver them. Before I used to have to put all their names in and send it to them, but then people started rejecting the package because they hadn't ordered it. And
Yeah.
it's going back to Tastefully Simple. So then we changed it and she just orders like 50 of 3 different items. And I ship them to her and then she sends them out with some of their, maybe a hat or t-shirt or something from them. And a lot of times they deliver it to their house or they ship it, whichever, but.
Oh my gosh, Twyla. So you guys, that is a great, think about the heating and air conditioning people in your community. Who can you talk to? That makes me think of the guy I just talked to today, my heating and air conditioning. Now he maybe doesn't have the budget for it, but who knows? Maybe he does, maybe for some of his bigger clients. So thank you for sharing that. Awesome.
I
Anybody?
also have a realtor.
you
I also have a realtor that
Yep.
gives packages all the time.
Is that through your BNI group as well, Twyla?
Yeah, now it is. Yeah, now she's in my BNI.
Yep, and I have a friend that's a realtor and she definitely purchases Tastefully Simple. And you guys know Gigi, she's still a consultant, but she used to be more active with Tastefully Simple. She is a realtor now. And she said, oh my gosh, I use Tastefully Simple all the time for that. So realtors are great. Who do you know that's a realtor? What a nice gift. I just gotta share with you an example of that. My assistant, Jane, who you guys know, when they just bought a house a couple of years ago, she's like, oh my gosh, I wish our realtor would have gave us that. It was like a keychain hook, but it said Miller Real Estate. Like, she's like, I didn't want to hang that in my house because I threw it in the garbage. So I know that a lot of times businesses think that perhaps the personalized thing is great, but I think most people would love something that's consumable and usable. And so Tastefully Simple, gosh, everybody eats. So, okay, so heating and air conditioning, realtor, egg business, any other companies out there?
Builders,
Pardon?
builders.
Builders, yep. What other ideas do you guys have?
Keep thinking about Essentia Health because they send gifts to my mom every year. She works there.
Oh, Desiree, well, there you go.
I don't know if they would do it, but that's all I'm thinking of.
Okay, so follow up on that. That makes me think also if you live in an area that has casinos. Some of the people that have had huge business accounts somehow got their foot in the door with the casino, Olivia. You live by that Hankinson casino. Do you know anybody or do you know of someone that knows somebody at that Hankinson casino?
I know of one person that works there, but I don't know too many people that work.
Oh, well, there you go. That's your foot in the door, Olivia. I don't know what they do there, but gosh darn, some of these casinos throw the money out the door. So, hospitals. So any other?
I know like orthodontists or anybody who like refers to dentists refer to them, they'll give them gifts. So like
Yeah.
orthodontists, oral surgeons, endodontists, and I'm sure it's that way for eye care and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's kind of, yeah, Sheila.
Mhm.
The other thought is I got a lead last 2 years ago I don't even remember the name of the company, and the gal actually moved on, or I would follow up with it again. But she was on an online party, and I didn't even have a post about it, you guys. But I think I had shared a gift box, and she's like, "Oh wow, that'd be great for gift giving." So are you putting something? I don't have anything right now, but on your online parties, I bet we could create something. Business accounts, we do this. And show something, so let's not forget about that. So, okay, anything else on business accounts? And there's going to be an action item here at the end. Okay, so let's move on to fundraising. In my 23 years of business, I've definitely done a lot of fundraising. And I know we've done training on it, because I know I've shared with you my old fashioned catalog, our folder, and that's all in the file cabinets. But with fundraising, I encourage you again, who do you know that needs to raise money? Here's some examples of people I've worked with just for kicks. Traveling basketball teams. I mean, I remember my one friend, she coached 5th grade basketball, and their group sold $2,000, and I give 25%, you guys. I need to make money, and I want to be duplicatable as well. Even though I always make 40%, I'm not going to give 40% to an organization, because I do have time involved and expenses, and I just don't believe it's duplicatable. So I give 25%. That's what I do. And she was so excited because they had sold $2,000, and I cut a check, for $500. And she's like, I didn't do anything, So it's really an easy fundraiser, because our products are not perishable, right? Like those pizza sales and all those other things. Preschools, I've had like a $5,000, that particular director's not there anymore, but a $5,000 fundraiser with the preschool in Fergus Falls. I now do it with the preschool at St. Mary's in Breckenridge, and theirs is like $2,000. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take $1,000 fundraiser. Schools that take their kids to Washington, D.C. I mean, I know that with COVID, that kind of took a downfall. Band trips, youth group. Oh my gosh, you guys. I bet if each of us here on this call took just a couple minutes, I bet we could come up with 3 to 5 people that we could reach out to and do it now. Because even if they don't do the fundraiser till October or November, sometimes they need to talk to their people. You know what I mean? So what are some other ideas for fundraisers? I know some of you have done some very successful fundraisers. Any other people you want to shout out?
I'm just personally doing one right now.
You're doing one right now, Desiree?
Yeah, just a little one personally myself to raise a little bit of money for the epilepsy Rise Above Seizures walk that I do every year.
Yeah, that's awesome, Des. Okay.
So that's another category, like if somebody has a disability that they walk for.
Exactly. Yep.
I do a ton of Relay for Life ones.
Yep.
I just did 2 for 2 teachers to raise funds for their classroom. They raised like 300.
Oh, just for their classroom for supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else?
Christy, you have a real good one going on, don't you?
Who?
Christy, I'm putting it's Jordan's iPad.
Oh, Christy, you got your name.
Yeah, I do. I think we're a little over 2,000 right now.
That's awesome.
Who is it, Christy? That's awesome.
It's my daughter's volleyball team.
Oh, so
That's
high
so
school?
good.
Yeah, high school. Last year they're just not into it. I don't know what it is. Last year it was like $6,000 that they sold.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I've been talking to Angie. I'm gonna have to just myself get out and send them all private messages. I probably extend it now for a couple more days.
Oh, okay, Christy. So a tip on that, and it might not work now because it's already started, but with that 5th grade basketball one, the coach, and I got this from another team that had done it, and she said each participant has to have a minimum of 5 orders.
I
like-
did suggest that, but hasn't been working too well.
Oh,
But it's a new coach this year compared to last year. So
oh, I mean, it has to kind of come from the coach, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you guys, we're doing this. You got to bring in 5 orders minimally, or, you know, you just have to.
yeah, I suggested that actually, and I suggested 10 because
Oh, there
I
you
saw
go.
what y'all did last year, and I'm like, it's the exact same number of kids back. I mean, there was no seniors last year, so it was all the girls back plus 5 new freshmen, and I'm really quite disappointed. But
Ah, shoot. Okay. Well,
it is
2000 is still good, and
Yeah.
yeah, maybe they'll still rally here, extend it or whatever. Okay, so here's our action plan, because I still have one thing to share after this. I want you, and I'm gonna go around and ask you which one you're gonna pick. I want you to pick either business accounts or fundraising. And so I'm gonna, and then what I want you to do in the next 24 hours is think of 3 to 5 people you're gonna reach out to. You don't have to reach out to them in the next 24 hours, but like maybe make a list as soon as we get off this call here. And then I want you to private message me, and like, just for kicks, Victoria, or, do you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna do this together, you guys, and sometimes we all need accountability. So I'm just gonna start with Sheila. Who are you gonna focus on? Business accounts or fundraising, Sheila?
Fundraisers, and I'm already starting a list of teachers that I know.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Angie, how about you?
Probably fundraisers.
Okay. Alice,
Business accounts.
business accounts. Awesome. Hey, Daz, how about you?
I don't know which one.
The health.
Yes, I think I should. I think I should give that a shot.
Go for it. Find that person that makes those decisions.
I think I have an idea who could lead me in the right direction.
Nice. See, you're already a step ahead.
Yep. So business accounts and essentials, your number one person. Is that what you're saying, Des?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Twyla.
Oh,
It's business accounts because I already do that. Would be easy. I should probably switch to fundraiser just because.
Well, if you're gonna do business accounts, you have the experience, but it has to be like 3 new people, not the ones you're already working with.
Yeah,
So what do you want me to put you down for?
let's do business accounts.
Okay,
But I do have people to reach out to that aren't in my group.
there you go, Twyla. All right, awesome. And Alice, I got your note, so if you have to leave, I totally get it. Thank you. Okay, Lisa, how about you?
I'm gonna go with fundraisers as well.
And you have had a successful fundraiser, so you got to find new people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Tamara, how about you?
I'm gonna go the fundraisers and talk to our dance academy,
Ooh, that's a good one.
because this is way better than Godfather's Pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, agree. There you go, Tamara. Well, good luck with that. Okay, Christy.
fundraisers.
Okay. Elaine.
Business.
Business. Okay, good job. Olivia, I don't know if you're still with us.
I am business accounts.
Business accounts. And then Priya,
Fundraisers.
fundraisers. Did I miss anybody? Okay, so I would like you to private message me your 3 to 5 contacts, whether it's you say Essentia or you say, you know, the dance studio and the name, you can work on that. And then, like I said, you really want to, you know, reach out to them soon, because this is such a great time for both business and fundraising. So, okay, I want to leave with this because I always want an hour or half hour, and I see I'm a minute over. At Party Palooza, Kelly Wenzel talked about discovery calls. Does anybody remember that?
Yes.
So discovery calls are a way to help our team blossom and grow with recruiting. Okay, so I partner with Angie, the amazing Angie Schaefer, who is a business guru And we are gonna offer discovery calls starting in September.
Yay!
So write this down. We'll promote this, of course. But September 8th is a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then September 23rd, which is a Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll get information out there for you to promote it. Now, if you feel comfortable sponsoring people like Lisa, I know you are, you don't have to wait for a discovery call. You just go ahead and have them join. But if maybe you just want extra people or whatever, feel free to jump on and bring your person. Or maybe you just want to get excited and jazzed. Maybe you're like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Just join us. Get excited. Andrew, do you want to share anything?
No, but I think it'll just be good to, I say no and then I start talking. No, what you said is great, but I'm excited. You know me, I can always talk.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the recording and then I'm going to hang on.